On the road with the wheeler pointed toward a tombstone stand, and I'm doing one last lap here plowing. You can see down here in the road that the soil right now is just about right. It rained a couple days ago, but it's not muddy, so it's not sticking together, and so it's working real well for this little ATV plow behind the four-wheeler here. And so I'm going to let you join me here for this last pass down the trail. The thing I'm having to watch for today on this particular spot is roots. You got a lot of big roots coming off these trees here on either side, so trying to avoid the bigger ones so I don't tear up the plow or the ATV. Got the four-wheel drive locked in, and does pretty good. I had to put in the diff lock at one point because I was stuck even the four-wheel drive. But this plow, basically I don't have rear wheels. The plow keeps the four wheels off, or the rear wheels off the ground. See, the road is nice and turned up at this point. I think this is either my 6th or my 8th pass over it, so it's narrow, but I'm gonna walk through here with the hand seeder and just spread one pass of clover over this here in the shaded area on the road. Do this a couple months ago with one hand, but now I got this newer used ATV. I can steer it with one hand with the power steering. So that's been a really nice feature doing this plowing. And now there's our dray. We're gonna seed it and drag that over top and cover up the seed, and hopefully here in a couple weeks we'll have clover. I've done one pass, the left side is done, I'm doing the right side. The seed is supposed to be covered by a ½ inch of dirt, and so plow it first, put the seed down, and then just drag it, and I figure that's about a quarter inch. This is the food plot, I think 3 weeks after we sprayed, so you can see it's pretty burned. I think the Roundup did a pretty good job. There's patches of green out there. Not sure if it's just where I missed, or frankly I think we've got some clover already coming up. So it's been 2 weeks since I planted the clover, and you can see right down here we've got clover popping up. We've got some stands of it here that are pretty good. Right up here actually next to the road we've got the most, so this looks pretty good. I think this is all stuff that I planted, so I'm not sure why it's doing better up here than it is down there in the middle, but there are other patches of green, so maybe that's all stuff I planted, hopefully. So it's been cooler today. Last couple days it started warming up. Today it's about 85 already right now at about 2 o'clock, so hopefully we'll see this stuff really take off, especially if we can get some rain again in the next day or two. From a distance it looks like I just killed this whole field and nothing's happening, but if you pull up on any given spot, there's actually quite a bit of green of this clover sprouting up from under the dead grass. So far, everything's working according to plan. Well, this could end up being the dumbest thing I've ever done. I might end up killing my entire food plot. There's so many of these. Looks like a cotton field. I knew I had 80 stumps, but I think there's about 50, 55 in this field. But hearing the number and then seeing them all capped, white capped, is different story. So we'll see. The clover's growing good. Planted it 2 weeks ago, and it's sprouting up real nice under this burned off grass. So we'll see. I might do a follow-up video here in the fall or a year from now, and might be buck lick heaven, but it also might be the deadest food plot in Kentucky. Now that he's figured out how to use that diff lock, he's able to get through that pit. That thing is a beast. I'm going to try it on Zade's Kawasaki Prairie. Got it.
That's so fun.
Zade's first time using a chainsaw.